Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new SMB Sunday market breakdown. So let's start with the DXY. As usually, we start on the monthly chart, and we saw the previous monthly candle close was very bullish. This could be a false break of this highs, and also we had here a kind of nice selling pressure zone. So this could hold the price down from there, but we didn't do that because we are now having that monthly bullish candle close very impulsively. It just opened. It's not closed yet. It's open. So very impulsive candle already. So I went till the weekly chart to see more. And what we can see, we are making still higher highs and higher lows. This was our higher low, higher high, and then we can expect some correction till this institutional candle zone for more upside momentum. So we have that weekly bullish candle close, so we can expect more bullish momentum on the long term. So if I go to the daily chart now, because we are making higher highs and higher lows, we have that bullish M. If I take my Fibonacci from the low here to the high, you can see it's exactly the same as my daily Fib. So I go to the daily now, and what I can see on the daily is the same thing here. We have that low, high, higher low, higher high. So everything between that low and high is just a correction for more upside momentum. So what I can also see is we have here that institutional candle between all the blue ones, which is working like a magnet. So there is a high chance that the price can come back till this zone, which is aligning with the ascending trend line here that holds the price up, which aligns again with this resistance, support wick, resistance, institutional candle, and then we have that first bearish candle close and a second one. So this is already an indication that we can have some more bearish momentum to the downside of this daily zone of interest for more upside momentum. So we need to see what we can have on the 4 hour. So if I go now to the 4 hour, and I can see already here some signs that the price is tired. So we have here that ascending channel here very correctively with the trend. So this is an indication that we can break out of it. So we can already break out of that because we made here that shoulder one, had here the break of that low, possible shoulder two here with a pattern within a pattern, a bearish W. So that's what I can see. We already have the signs that we can go to the downside on the DXY. So I go to the pairs that I have in mind this month. The first one is NZDUSD on the monthly chart. So what I can see on the monthly chart is we have here, if I take my horizontal black line like this, and as you can see, we are at the major buying region. Here from 2004, the buyers kicked in very aggressively. We had here some buyers also. We went a little bit lower, but the buyers kicked in eventually. Then we had here some support. Buyers kicked in. Then here also, and now this can also happen here. So yeah, this is the thing we need to wait for. So we are at the buying zone on the monthly. Then if we go to the weekly chart, you can see we made multiple bearish candle closes. So we have now that weekly bearish candle close. So I can look further on the daily for more bearish momentum. Because we have that weekly bearish candle close, I can look for a possible short. So what I can see on NZDUSD, we have here the lower high and lower low. This is an institutional candle which works like a magnet, as you can see. We already tapped it if I drew my zone differently. So if I drew it like this, we just tapped it, okay? But as I can see, we have here that wick of the low, which is at the same lows here. So what I expect, same lows, so we can expect same highs here, the natural W, as you can see. So same lows, we can expect then same highs for more downside momentum. So yeah, so I will delete that. And on the 4 hour now, what we can see is we can push till this daily zone of interest, and then I want to see the first candle, second candle, third candle, then I can set my limit on the D cell box, the fourth candle for possibly more downside momentum. Or we can have that impulse, then a pattern in the form of an head and shoulders, or that bearish W above the previous low, higher low, sorry. Yeah, above the previous higher low. So yeah, and the only thing I need to do is just throw my Fibonacci from the high to the low here, so we can target the daily TP from there for around 0.61050, like this. 50, yes, this will be my daily TP. So we need to wait on this trade that we can make that natural W. So the next pair this week, sorry, is GBPNZD. So if I go on the weekly chart or the monthly, first we can see on the monthly that we are already having here some kind of struggle to break this zone, which is also a supply and demand zone on the monthly here. Clear resistance, resistance, support, support, institutional candle, resistance. So on the weekly, it will be more clear to see. So if I go to the weekly, and you can see here, clear resistance, false break, resistance, resistance, support, support, here again, support, support, and now we acted very nicely as resistance for a round of first week, second week, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks already. And we can make also that possible smaller shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. So that's nice. And what we have also is that weekly bearish candle close, which is for me a nice indication that I can look on the daily now. So I can go to the daily because we have that weekly bearish candle close. On the daily, we have here a major descending trend line holding the price down. We have also that possible bearish W here, as you can see it more clear on the line chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, possible fifth leg for more downside momentum, as you can see. First leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, and possible fifth leg to the daily TP there. So what we can also see is we had here an institutional candle, lower higher, that holds the price down with that clear supply and demand zone acting as resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance again. So that's nice that this is aligning with the institutional candle. So very nice to see. We can also draw this like this. This is also a bearish W, a smaller one. This smaller bearish W with institutional candle. So yeah, but I like the bigger one like that. So what we can see also is, so we had to push to the upside till our daily zone of interest, and then we pull back till this daily low. So we need to have a pattern reset, sorry. So I can have here a possible natural W. So as you can see, same lows. So we expect same highs also. So I want to see here a pattern forming on that zone of interest. So I will just adjust it once again like this. And on the 4 hour, as you can see, I want to see here then a pullback in the form of a pattern we can make here. 1, 2, 3, 4, or the head and shoulders, or that bearish W to play out. So that's what I can see on GBPNZD. So the next pair is AUDCAD. If I go to the monthly chart, you can see if I drew my horizontal black line here at this zone right there, you can see we are at the buying zone, buyers kicking in very nice at 2004. Then here support, resistance, resistance, support, support, and possibly support again for holding the price up from that point. So then we went to the weekly chart, and I saw a weekly bullish candle close as an indication that the bulls are present there. We have also a minus 680 fib completion from the high here to the low, minus 680 fib completion, nice indication. Then the bullish candle close. Then on the daily, I wanted to see a pattern, and on the daily I can see already this pattern in the form of same highs, so we can expect same lows also. The information here, but this is a natural M. So we expect the price to come till this daily zone of interest, the same lows. So if I go on the 4-hour, you can see we had here already that push to the upside and then corrective nature, counter to the trend, so we can go to the downside from that point, and then we can make here the first candle, second candle, possible third candle, setting my limit on the diesel for more upside momentum, or we can make that other pattern in the form of that inverse and shoulder, like this, shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2, or that bullish M, not the previous lower high for more upside momentum. So that's what I can see on AUDCAD. We need to have some patience there. Then the next pair is USOIL, the last one. So if I go on the monthly chart, you can see on USOIL, if I drew my horizontal line at this major selling point, you can see the sellers kicking in very nicely from that point. And we had here a big push to the downside. We can also have that here till this resistance that can act like support on that daily minus 6080, which is very nice aligning there. So if I go now to the weekly chart, you can see that we have on the weekly a bearish candle close. We have here a rejection of this weekly lows, as you can see, but I don't look at that. I want to take a daily pattern, a short pattern if I have that, because the weekly is a bearish candle close. So that's an indication that the bears are still present there for an upcoming week. So if I go now to the daily chart, you can see we have here a nice bearish W, the first leg, the second leg, the third leg, the possible fourth leg, and then the fourth leg, and then a possible fifth leg to the daily TP. So then I drew my zone at this support, which can act like resistance, and I drew it till the 61.80 because we have here also nice resistance, support, resistance, support, support, and possible again resistance. So that's nice to see. And then I went till the 4-hour chart, and I saw on the 4-hour that we already can have that deceleration to take a limit on. So we have here that first candle, second candle, third candle. So on the fourth candle, so we closed on the third one, so we can set my limit on this zone of interest at this close. Then the entry point here, the stop loss wide enough till the daily TP for around 4.1%, and my target will be, my daily take profit target will be the 91.0, so 4.1% with a wide enough stop loss to protect my capital. And then the first, like this, I will delete that. So then my first take partials will be at the previous structure, because we are still making higher highs and higher lows for around 0.85%. So yeah, 1/3 out will be nice at this point, because here are also sitting here support buyer regions, here resistance and support. So it's a major zone, it's a key zone here at this zone, as you can see. If I delete these blue lines here, you can see it's a major supply demand zone, so we cannot ignore it. So yeah, this was my my week that I forecasted. So I hope you learned something from it, and yeah, I hope you will have a nice training week, and yeah, see you next week. Bye guys, have a nice trading week.